We are at the Lowitja Institute and the NHMRC Research Translation Symposium, and we're here with Kelvin Kong, who is an ear, nose and throat surgeon, and we're just having a chat about Indigenous perspectives and research in the surgeon's world.
So I guess there's a couple of aspects here which we need to distinguish in this kind of environment. And the first thing is that we need to address the need for more Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander researchers. And I distinguish that specifically from the need for more Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander research, because they're two different things that are not mutually exclusive, but certainly important. When I talk to people that I mentor or people that are interested in research, one of the first things that we need to make sure of is that we're trying to empower their sovereignty and their dreams. And part of that dream is what they want to do in their career. And their career might be headed toward research alone. And it doesn't necessarily mean they have to do any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander research. And it's a very fine line to try and define that, because what we're actually trying to address there is the professional inequality that exists in the research world, particularly with Aboriginal researchers. And so that's the first point I made. The second point then is that the translation of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander research is actually a real good benefit for the whole community. And I think there are aspects of that which we forget to touch on because we're so focused on the poverty and the paucity of health in our people. And what I mean by that is that with my medical hat on, without my Warrama hat on, is that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander health is one of the most fascinating aspects of health because it is so wrong. And I say that with a cheeky smile because it's absolutely devastating that we're enduring these kind of statistics, and I think the conference has really highlighted how that actually affects our people. But more importantly, that's our mothers, fathers, uncles, aunties, grandparents that we're talking about, and we forget that very easily. But in doing that research or the work around trying to work out how we cure the problem, it can actually be applied across the board for all the community. So that when we're doing research, and my area of expertise, my area of interest is around ear disease, in solving the ear disease epidemic that exists in Australia, it actually helps all my patients, because it means that when I'm dealing with the worst, most chronic, horrible, subtotal tympanic membrane or eardrum perforations, and we can fix that, then when I see a non-Indigenous kid with a little small perforation, I smile and laugh because it means nothing to me in the sense of the complexity of the issue. And that really translates well to the outcomes. And I think that's really important to understand that. So when we talk about translation, I think sometimes we get bogged down with the meaning of translation and understanding what that means. But ultimately for me, translation is about what is the best outcome for any process, health process, that means that your community, in our case here, the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander community, are going to get the best health outcome.
And what is the value? What do Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, my apologies, bring to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander research? For a naive audience, how would you sum up the value we bring to researching our own community's issues?
One word: passion. I think passion's a really nice word, because every presentation of these last 2 days have been so invigorating because they're speaking from the heart. And when you speak from the heart and when you work from the heart, nothing becomes an obstacle. And I think that's where you get the drive. That's where you get the strength to actually have the resilience to keep doing what we're doing, to try and break these barriers down on every front.
And we have to be resilient because, quite honestly, if we don't do it, no one else will.
Absolutely.
And we can't walk away. Non-Aboriginal people can walk away and have a break. We don't get a break. This is our lives. This is our people. So
we can walk away, but we get dragged back.
Oh yeah, it doesn't last very long. I had to go to London for a year to get a little break. But no, is there anything else you'd like to add about the conference, or about the work that you do, or about research translation?
I think it's a fabulous conference, and I really want to acknowledge the work that the Lowitja Institute as well as NHMRC are really putting towards how important this kind of work is. So great conference, thank you.
Do you think they should do it again?
Every year.
Every year. The call's been made. Lowitja, NHMRC, thanks very much.